Hello guys, what's up? Today we have this nice laptop. It's a laptop for student or home use. It has very nice screen, HD touchscreen, IPS. It has Intel Core i3 11th Gen processor. And today we will take it apart and see what we can upgrade or replace, fix if anything broke in your laptop. For sure we will be replacing battery. So let's start. Let's turn it upside down. And now we're gonna take out these two screws. We can use Phillips screwdriver. Now we have to lift those rubber feet up to here. We don't have to take them totally out. And on the other side there will be one screw. Once they loose, we can leave them like that so we don't lose them. And the bottom feet. Okay, it's popping, that means it's already loose. And from the other side there are two screws up to here. All right, now we should be able to lift this bottom case. Remember, be gentle, don't damage the plastic. So let's loosen it up on all edges. All right, it's coming off. And it's out. Now, as we can see, we can replace the battery. We can replace the memory. We have two memory slots, which is very nice. This is the DDR4 memory. We could replace this audio board if you have problems with your audio sound. The same with the USB ports, they are replaceable. You can take off this whole board in case if your USBs are not working. The same with the DC power jack. If you're not getting power from your power adapter, you can replace this part. And here we have the SSD drive, that's our storage. We could start, maybe let's start with the battery. So in order to replace it, let's take out these screws. First we'll take them out. Once the screws are out of the way, let's take out the battery. Don't puncture the battery, don't bend it. If you need to order a replacement, take a look at the model number and then the replacement part number, and look for this number on eBay. Now we can take out the SSD drive. That's very problem if you have very common problem if you have the broken drive and system doesn't boot. You could replace it. One screw and the drive is out. That's the NVMe drive. Now we can take out the USB ports. Let's disconnect them from the motherboard. Be gentle, don't break that clip, it's very fragile. So let's take out this. Let's close the port. And now we can unscrew the board. So if you're looking for the replacement part, you can search eBay using the laptop model number, or better to make sure, check the part number from the actual board. That's the part number here. Okay, now we can take out the audio board. Let's disconnect it from the motherboard. Very nice that we can use Phillips screwdriver for most of our job. Okay, the board is out. Here we have the model number for the board, in case if you need to replace it. Search this number, the one that starts with DA. Okay, now we can disconnect the touchpad. We're not gonna take out the touchpad because it's usually sold with the palm rest and keyboard assembly. So let's just disconnect it from the motherboard. Now, we have Wi-Fi card left. That's also a common problem. In case if your Wi-Fi doesn't work, you could replace the card. Be gentle when disconnecting the antenna. It's a very small connector. Alright. We have one screw for the Wi-Fi card. And the card is out. Look for if you need to replace it, look for this number, SPS. That's a part number. Now let's unplug the DC jack. That's also a very common problem. The jack sometimes breaks here inside, and the only way to fix it is to replace it. So let's slide out the connector from the motherboard. Now we're gonna need to take out the hinges because the cable is routed underneath. So let's first disconnect the screen and then we're gonna take out the motherboard. So here we have the video cable for the screen. Let's close the port. And it's again routed underneath the hinge. So let's wait with it. Now we're gonna take off the fan with heatsink, and then we're gonna get to the motherboard. If you have a noisy fan, worn out bearing, then you can easily fix the problem by replacing the fan. Screws are loose. Now let's disconnect the fan from the motherboard. Be gentle, it's very fragile. Lift it up and it's disconnected. Fan is out. And here we have the part number for the fan if you're looking for it. And now let's take off the heatsink. Part number for the heatsink. Look always for the white sticker on the actual part. Okay, now we're gonna take out these screws holding the motherboard. It's a very good design actually. You can easily replace most of the parts. Alright, the motherboard should be out. And here we have the part number for the motherboard. Okay. Oh, we forgot to disconnect the speaker. Here we got the speaker connector. You have to lift it gently up. And the motherboard is out. Here we have the part number again repeated on the other side in case you're looking for it. All right. Now we have everything out. We have hinges left, so we can disconnect the screen. Okay, now we will be able to take off the screen. We can disconnect our cables for the DC power jack. That's the power jack. And here we have the part number for it. It's a 90 watt. Part number starts with PN. Look for it on eBay or other store. Before we take out the screen, we can also take off the speakers in case if your sound is bad. That's an easy fix. One screw here, one screw here. Now we can leave the speaker. It's connected with the other one. That's a Wi-Fi antenna, so let's reroute it from here. Those are the speakers. And here you have the part number. Okay, now let's take off the palm rest with the keyboard. As you can see, that's one part. It's easy to replace in case if you spilled something or broke some keys or your touchpad doesn't work. And you can look for the part number either here or here. Check them all because some sellers use one of them, the other seller will use the other one. So always look for the white sticker with the part number. All right, now we have screen left. This is a nice IPS touch screen. It's only HD resolution, but for her home use, that's enough. So to replace the screen, we have to pop the bezel up. It uses adhesive to keep all things connected together. That's a hinge cover. Let's take it off. Okay, now we can continue with the bezel. Be gentle, it's very thin plastic. Sometimes you have to wiggle it to get it disconnected from the clips. Don't just pull, because then you may break it. Alright, the bezel is out. Now let's see. Here we have brackets coming from hinges up, holding the whole screen. So let's start with these upper screws. And we have to take all the screws from the hinges so we can lift the screen and see what's the model number on the back. In case if you need to replace it, you're gonna be searching online for the model number which is printed on the back. Now the screen should come out. Let's see. Sometimes they use adhesive even on the bottom to make sure that everything is sturdy. And I believe that so there is adhesive on the side of the screen also, so you're gonna have to pry it up, catch the upper part, and then you have to pull it out. Now the whole side is disconnected, so you have to repeat the same process on the other side. Okay, now we're gonna pull the same adhesive stripe on the right side. So that's the hardest part in fixing this laptop. Now we have the screen out. And I will show you where is the model number. On that sticker, that's the one that starts with B. It says model number. So that's what you're gonna be searching for if you wanna replace it. Okay, to disconnect the screen, we have to disconnect the cable. And now the screen is out. Alright, so here we have also the web camera. In case if you have problems with your camera, you can replace this part with the cable. That's the same cable for the web camera and the screen. It's all in one. Hinges with brackets and Wi-Fi antenna. And that's it. That's how you can get to all the parts in this laptop. Good luck!